Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. I said during the break we were going to have a discussion. I think I've lost out on the discussion of TL eating a chocolate cricket, but who knows? Maybe Andrew Milne from Andy Camper can convince her. Andrew, how are you?
No,
I'm excellent.
You're
excellent.
always excellent. I love it.
What is this?
What have you brought
This
with
doesn't
you?
look like a maple snow cone or anything. You always bring fun stuff. We're usually like making. There's crawlies in there.
Well, so here's the thing.
Okay.
It's Father's Day coming up.
Right.
And I went camping this weekend with a bunch of fathers and their kids. And trust me, we didn't get much sleep.
I can imagine.
No,
But I did sit around the campfire and I did say to them, tell me your 5 favorite things.
Okay.
Give me your 5 favorite things about camping or the things that you need to have with you. And I said, because I'm going to be on this week and I want to talk to them about, gifts you should get.
Okay.
Give me something, inexpensive. They said this portable fishing rod. You can get it for about
All right.
$30. Great Father's Day gift. Portable, take it on your
Nice.
backpack. The kids carried it and fished all weekend.
Nice.
Fantastic.
The next thing was a headlamp. And they said, we need our headlamps because we're going to be sitting next to the fire.
We just got one of those.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys don't camp? What do you
No,
need
it's
one of
for
these for?
rollerblading.
Well,
And the other thing they said was they needed their knife or their Leatherman. The key
Okay.
was to have something that always handy.
you need that good
Yeah.
all-in-one Swiss Army knife.
And then the other piece was the GPS.
Right.
Everybody
Oh, yeah.
says, the geocaching thing has taken off big for us, not just the hiking, but the GPS. And I said, okay, well, give me your favorite nutritional thing. And they
Okay.
said, crickets. I said, pardon me?
What?
They said crickets. And I said, come on, chocolate crickets? So what we're going to show you
You're
is
kidding me. Someone actually eats these on a regular basis?
we will be eating them today.
Oh,
Yes,
well, I
we
hope
will.
you enjoy.
So
Start PVRing right now.
So one of the most amazing things about this conversation about Father's Day is I'll tell you at the end of the show, or at the end of my segment, my Father's Day gift. Pretty
Okay.
big one.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, oh, good.
Okay.
All right,
I like
so-
it.
Looking forward to that.
This is a pretty simple recipe, okay?
Okay.
And the reason we're doing this is because we're actually having a lot more conversation around Andy Camper on nutrition
Okay.
and a lot of high-protein snacks and so on. And we said, okay, well, if you're doing this Father's Day trek or hike or going to the cottage, what could you do for your dad that was pretty inexpensive? This was the idea that someone brought forward.
Okay.
You need wax paper. You need crickets,
Right.
live crickets. Would you like to see
No,
this,
I'm
TL?
good. I can see
You
that.
sure?
No,
I
it's
could-
funny. I can see through the glass. Thank you, though.
Well, I
Yeah,
did that
it's
on
good.
purpose so you could actually. Then we have chocolate. Can be
Right.
any type of chocolate you want.
Okay.
And then I bought some water with our double boiler. Now you can't,
Okay.
obviously, like we told you with the syrup, you want to double boil things. The same thing with chocolate. You want to turn the double boiler on to get it heated up.
Okay.
So while I do that, I'm going to explain the rest. So I'm going to turn the gas on here
All right.
so that we can get
Back
this
up a little.
get
Back
this
up.
heated up.
Kaboom.
See, this is always what happens when I count on technology. I should go back just to the matches, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
look
and then
at that.
a lighter comes out of
The
this.
arm. That's
Wow.
The,
This is amazing.
nice.
Oh, there we go.
Shazam.
Fire.
So
Yeah.
I make sure your hair, just stand back.
Yeah, no.
You
So
don't know what's in
what we
here.
do
There's
is,
a lot of
is
hairspray
first
today.
what you do is you put the double boiler on and you put chocolate in, so we can put some chocolate in there.
Okay.
So I've already started it for
Okay.
you as usual, but the real back end part of this is you actually have to get some crickets. So you can go to the pet store and get a thing of crickets, of 50 crickets.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I suppose, because they use it for feeding, right? So you
Right.
don't have to necessarily go outside and catch your own.
Right.
Which could be fun.
Which you
be
could do.
fun.
We
It
put a
could be
mason
time-consuming, though.
with a mason jar. Actually, if you do it with a mason jar, you can actually put some molasses at the bottom and leave it overnight, and the crickets will actually go into the
Oh,
mason
yeah.
jar.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
So one of the things this happens when you're starting up gas.
Yeah, got it.
That's why the hair. The thing with the crickets, though, is how do you get them to sit still so you can put chocolate on them?
Right.
So you freeze them. You put them in the freezer live.
Okay.
And
In a jar, live.
in a
the
jar,
freezer.
anything. Yep. Put it in there
Okay.
for about 30 minutes, and basically it slows them down, and they stop moving.
Okay, well, now I'm feeling a little better about this segment.
Okay.
Because these ones are moving around a lot.
Right. And so what I did is I prepared
Okay.
ahead of time.
Should we unveil this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I prepared ahead
Oh,
of
okay,
time.
see, they look pretty frozen.
So Derek, if you want to lift that tray out for
Yeah.
me, what you'll see is you've got crickets laying on top, and they've been frozen. And then what we did is we put them in the oven, and so we
Okay.
baked them. So now that they're not moving, because you don't want to squish them and so on, so you bake them, and for about 200 for about an hour to 2 hours, depending on how crispy they get.
Really?
Yes.
That
Wow.
long?
Yes.
Okay.
Good Lord.
Wow.
So
I
they're
cooked a
baked through and
tenderloin
through.
That didn't take that long.
I know. What the
But
heck?
it's what it takes.
Okay.
It's what it
I
takes.
trust you. I trust you.
So then the next step, which is pretty simple,
Right.
is maybe TL would help us out by taking the tongs that are right there
Okay.
Tongs available. Okay.
and taking one of the crickets.
Okay.
And they're not going to move. They are dead.
No,
they're-
they're looking pretty did.
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
All right,
I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know.
Yeah, no,
Anyway,
we understand.
And I like the fact
For
that I'm
your own
not.
protection, you're
That's
happy
right.
with that.
And I'm liking the fact that I don't have to touch them with my own hands.
Okay.
So then you drop them inside the chocolate. You can dip them in the chocolate. I'll hold it up for you since it's now moving.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I should have dipped it. I
go
I
ahead,
dropped the
dip
whole
it.
thing.
No, it's fine.
Do I swirl it around or
Yep,
something?
a little bit.
Okay. Can I? Oh. Oh.
Oh, he took off an appendage.
That's my favorite part. I can't believe you ripped it off.
Sorry.
So maybe what I'll, no, it's
Oh.
fine. So maybe what I'll do is, because the chocolate's still a little thick,
Yeah.
what I'll do is you can leave that one in there. We'll get it later.
Okay.
Try another cricket.
Okay.
Okay, another cricket. Here we go.
And so there's two
Now,
ways to do
try to
this.
grab his head like something bigger.
Oh, here,
Right, yeah.
you try.
There are two ways you can do this. You can
gotta
either,
get a
and then
good-
you can also
gotta
put
get a
the
good
chocolate
grip.
on top of the cricket.
Okay.
So you can dip it in,
So we just turn
and then
him
put it back on
around.
the wax paper. Now the key is put on the wax paper because when you, at the end, you want to put it
Buddy.
back in the freezer
Okay.
and let them freeze for an hour or two.
Oh! We're very
on.
not very good with these poor little
Yeah,
crickets.
And so, but
Do a couple
you know,
of these.
you can do this with dragonflies without the wings on.
Okay.
You can do this with grasshoppers.
All right. What about ants? Can you do it
No,
with ants?
well, there's termites and ants and all sorts of things. There's different stories with that, but you've got
Okay.
so many different types of ants. We recommend not doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
And I was gonna say, okay.
they don't have the nutritional value. Of
exactly,
The crickets.
and, and the chocolate brings on the nutritional value. But as good camp treats, these are amazing because now you have them in your freezer or you have them with you on the trail.
Along the same lines, you know, you were saying about the ants and what have you. Would you recommend that, you know, because you would be the coolest dad ever to do this with your kids. Like that would be so
Oh,
much
yeah,
fun. Oh, we're
absolutely.
gonna make chocolate crickets, woohoo! Would you recommend that you actually get them from the pet store?
Yeah,
Because
it's just easier.
Yeah, well, easier, but also too. I mean, what if it's not a cricket or you know?
Well, we have ways of identifying them.
I'm
but,
just saying.
But it's very true. It's very true.
Right.
And we've been trying to make things very easy for people to do these activities. And we say this one takes, you know, you've seen it takes about probably 45 minutes to do this,
Yeah.
like most of our activities. So now, you're going to try one? This
yeah,
is great.
I'm gonna go for it.
You're gonna
So we'll
go-
have-
I
okay.
saw Derek.
Now, do we have ones prepared to eat?
We do. So if you
Oh,
take
my.
the second tray off there for me, Derek.
Okay.
Lift up the tray.
Sorry, Andrew. How long did you say you would leave them with the chocolate in the?
Oh my goodness.
Depending on the freezer, they usually take about 30 to an hour. 30 minutes
Okay.
to an hour to
All
freeze. And then they stay this way. So now, as you can
You're
see,
kidding me.
We
they're
have
well
our-
prepared.
Chocolate crickets.
And you can
Wow.
package those up in any way you want for your dad. Would you imagine that on Father's Day?
Absolutely.
Oh, you know what? I would be really happy to get this. I really would. Now, I am gonna.
And
I'm gonna
these
give
ones
one
are
of-
really good actually because
look
ours
good.
are kind of glumpy, but these ones you can see the
Yeah, I
legs and
know.
everything.
Well, it was a little thick, right? So if you get the chocolate a little smoother, then you can actually
Yeah.
get the look of, hey,
So
it really is a cricket in
You
there.
go from these
Right.
to those.
Go for it. Are you gonna try it?
Yeah,
He's eating it.
that's not bad.
What's it taste like?
It's just chocolate. It's pretty good.
Wait a minute now. Can you taste the cricket?
A little bit.
Crunch.
Now, okay,
on.
can I ask you
Come
something?
on.
Are there
It's a
certain
little-
ones on here that you guys knew were not actually crickets and then I would take one and,
No,
and you'd laugh
I
at
can-
me?
No,
can-
this is real camping.
Can I give you one to try?
Anyone?
Yeah.
You try this one
Okay.
and you try that
I
one.
can't believe she picked the ones that weren't crickets. Again.
Because
How lucky.
I'm gonna try one.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Come on,
Ready?
man.
Come
do
on.
It.
Almost. Wait, 4, 3, 2.
Go for it.
Let's do it.
You're waiting for me, aren't you? Because
Yeah.
the segment's over.
Yeah.
Oh.
Andrew, you just made my week. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to find out more information about Andy Camper, they have great activities to get your kids
come on, they taste great.
outdoors, get them active. It is www.andycamper.com. Don't go away. We're going to tell you about a great new advertising campaign that's happening right here in Ottawa. We'll be right back right after the break.